Have you ever wondered why the richest people in the world never seem to run out of time, while the rest of us are constantly racing against the clock to make ends meet? Let's take a moment and ponder this. The traditional mindset has always been about trading time for money. You work an hour, you get paid for an hour. It's a simple equation that's been ingrained in us from our first summer job. But here's the rub. Time is a finite resource. There are only 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week. No matter how hard we work, we can't create more time. And that's where the problem lies. This approach limits our income potential. We're caught in a perpetual cycle, a hamster wheel if you will, running as fast as we can but never really getting ahead. Because no matter how skilled, how efficient, or how dedicated we are, we're still constrained by the number of hours in a day. Moreover, this mindset doesn't account for the true value of our skills and expertise. Think about it. Is an hour of your time spent brainstorming innovative solutions for a client really worth the same as an hour spent on mundane administrative tasks? Of course not. Yet the traditional model of hourly wages fails to differentiate between these vastly different activities. What's more, it encourages us to focus on quantity over quality. After all, when we're paid by the hour, the incentive is to put in as many hours as possible, often at the expense of the quality of our work. And that's a lose-lose situation for everyone involved. So what's the alternative? It's time to shift our mindset from trading time for money to creating value for money. This means focusing on what we can offer, the unique skills, knowledge, and experiences we bring to the table, and pricing our services accordingly. It's time to break free from the confines of hourly wages and embrace a new way of thinking about money. Let's flip the script and start thinking about what we can offer for dollars, not how many hours we can trade for them. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how much time we put in, but the value we create with that time. So, how can you escape the time for money trap and start earning what you're truly worth? This is where the concept of value-based pricing comes into play. It's a transformative approach that could revolutionize your income potential. Now, what is value-based pricing? Quite simply, it's focusing on the value you provide, rather than the time you spend. Consider this. You're an expert in your field. You've spent years honing your skills, accumulating knowledge, and refining your craft. You've put in the time, and now you have something incredibly valuable to offer. It's not just about the hours you put in, it's about the expertise you bring to the table. Why then, should your income be limited by the clock? Value-based pricing is about recognizing your worth and charging accordingly. It's about understanding that the value you provide is not tied to the number of hours you work, but to the results you deliver. Think of it this way. If you're a business consultant, you're not just selling hours of your time, you're selling solutions. The ability to transform a struggling business into a thriving one. The value of that transformation far exceeds the cost of your time. So why not price your services based on that value? Now it's important to note that value-based pricing isn't about charging more for the sake of it. It's about aligning your prices with the real value you bring to your clients. It's about being fair to yourself and to your clients. After all, they're not just paying for your time, they're paying for the results you deliver, the problems you solve, and the value you create. And here's the best part. When you start thinking in terms of value, you unlock new opportunities to increase your earnings. You can offer premium services, create packages, and scale your income in ways you never thought possible when you were stuck in the time for money mindset. Remember, your worth is not determined by the number of hours you work, but by the value you create. So, make the shift. Embrace value-based pricing and start earning what you're truly worth. But how do you translate your skills, knowledge, and experience into something people will pay for? That is the question we will address in this segment. Let's start by acknowledging that every skill you possess is a potential gold mine, but only if you package it correctly. Think of it as a diamond in the rough. It's valuable, but it needs polishing to truly shine. So, how do you polish your skills? It starts with understanding your audience's needs and creating offerings that solve their problems. It's crucial to understand that people don't buy products or services. They buy solutions to their problems. They buy convenience. They buy experiences. So instead of focusing on what you can do, focus on what you can solve. What pain points can your skills alleviate? How can you make your audience's lives easier? Now, let's talk about packaging. Consider your skill as a chef. Instead of offering your time to cook a meal, you could develop a recipe book, start a cooking class, or create pre-packaged meal kits. Each of these offerings leverages your culinary skills, but in a way that provides lasting value to your audience. Remember, the key here is to think outside the clock. Break free from the time constraints and consider the endless possibilities that your skills can offer. It's not about how long it takes you to do something, but about how much value you can deliver. But packaging your skills and knowledge isn't just about creating a single product or service. It's about creating a suite of offerings that cater to different audience needs and price points. For example, you could offer a basic cooking class for beginners, a more advanced class for experienced cooks, and a premium one-on-one coaching for those wanting a personalized experience. By packaging your skills into a variety of valuable offerings, you can cater to a wider audience and increase your income potential. You're no longer limited by the number of hours in a day. Instead, your income potential is limited only by the value you can provide. And let's be honest, that's a much higher ceiling. Your skills are valuable. Don't sell yourself short by charging by the hour. Remember, it's about value, not time. It's about solutions, not services. And it's about packaging your skills in a way that truly shines. So, you've created a valuable offering. Now, how do you price it? This is where value-based pricing comes into play. Instead of calculating how much time you've spent on your product or service and multiplying it by an arbitrary hourly rate, value-based pricing focuses on the results you're delivering to your customers. Value-based pricing is all about understanding the worth of your offerings on a deeper level. It's about recognizing that the value you provide is more than just the hours you put in. It's about the problems you solve, the solutions you offer, and the outcomes you create. So, how do you determine the value of your offerings? Start by understanding your customers' needs and pain points. What problem are they trying to solve? What is the cost of their problem? What value does your solution bring to their life or business? By answering these questions, you can start to understand the true worth of your offerings. Next, consider the market value. What are similar products or services priced at? Remember, you're not competing on price, you're competing on value. If your offering provides more value, it should command a higher price. Also, consider the uniqueness of your offerings. The more unique your product or service, the higher the value. This is because customers are willing to pay a premium for something they can't get elsewhere. Finally, consider your own business costs and desired profit margin. You need to cover your costs and ensure your business remains profitable. But don't let this be the sole determinant of your prices. Remember, it's about the value you provide, not the cost to you. Pricing based on value, not time, is a paradigm shift. It requires a new mindset, but it's a shift that can transform your business and your income. It allows you to break free from the constraints of hourly rates and earn what you're truly worth. So don't be afraid to charge what you're worth. Your time is valuable, but your expertise is priceless. Remember, you're not selling time, you're selling results, and results are worth paying for. Don't be afraid to charge what you're worth. Your time is valuable, but your expertise is priceless. Now that you're thinking in terms of value, not time, how can you leverage your newfound mindset to scale your income? This is the question we'll be answering in this section. We're all given the same 24 hours in a day. The difference between those who are financially free and those who aren't often lies in how they use those hours. Do they trade them for money, or do they leverage them to create value that generates money? Let's talk about two key strategies to leverage time and scale income: creating passive income streams and automating processes. When you create a passive income stream, such as an online course or an ebook, you do the work once, and then you earn money every time someone buys it. This is a game changer because it means you're no longer directly trading your time for money. Instead, you're investing time up front to create a product or service that can continue to generate income in the future. This is how you scale your income without scaling your working hours. On the other hand, automation is about optimizing processes so that they require less of your time. This could mean using tools to automate tasks, hiring a team to handle certain aspects of your business, or even creating systems that allow your business to run smoothly without your constant involvement. This frees up your time to focus on creating more value, innovating, and scaling your business. Both of these strategies are about working smarter, not harder. They're about maximizing the value you can create with the time you have, thereby increasing your income potential. And that's the beauty of shifting your mindset from time to value. It opens up a world of possibilities for earning more without working more. It's about making your time work for you, not the other way around. Remember, the key to financial freedom isn't working harder but working smarter. It's time to stop trading time for money and start trading value for money.